but the way of achieving that wealth has to be right. Liberalism and Hinduism are totally compatible. Highly interesting topic and very useful for our UPSC exam. Let's delve into it. Whensoever we are finding these types of articles in our newspaper, leading newspapers, we must give our special attention to it, because this topic would help you in your GS paper 1, it would help you in your essay and sociology optional, anthropology optional, and I would talk about all other subjects like philosophy, PSIR, because this is a philosophical topic that would help at larger picture to UPSC aspirants. Okay, so what this article talking about? Now, Mr. Tharoor have given us a very important topic to discuss on. Okay, so he said that Hinduism, the ideal faith of 21st century. Now, here what we have to understand that this is talking about that Hinduism is not only related to that political definition which we see today. Hinduism is a way of life, right? It is a tradition of Indian society. It would not be exaggeration to say that Indian tradition is Hindu tradition, but Hinduism or Hindu tradition is very much secular in nature. It is not only for one particular sect. In fact, it is for everyone who wants to achieve salvation or wants to have peaceful life. This is the philosophy, okay, and this is a common philosophy which you will find in all major religions. Now, let's see what he has said and how you can use these type of pointers in your essay, in your paper 2 like sociology paper 2 Indian society or anthropology paper 2, and also for your GS1. So, you can see here it is saying that it is not, who have said that? Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda have said it is not just a religion that teaches tolerance. It teaches us universal acceptance, not only Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Now, what these are? These are four Purusharthas. Now, Purusharthas, the four Purusharthas and the ashram system, which we read in Indian philosophy, it is the most important integral mechanism which is acting as a guiding force to humans. We are social animals, definitely. But it is only because of our critical thinking, it is only because of our humanistic ways of life made us different from other species. Now, in this process where we are not only different biologically, where we are different in our thought process, it is what we are having culture, right? We are having philosophy, we are having religion, politics, economy. Now, you need to have this interdisciplinary connection to understand topics like this. Okay, so these four Purusharthas, like which we are seeing, Dharma, Moksha, right? So, Kama, all this philosophy which we are read in our paper, right? Indian philosophy, it is telling us that how one should live your life. Okay, so Abhi, I would be discussing more on this philosophy. Let's just talk about what he has said. So, he said that we are the four paths of yoga, we do have this four paths of yoga. In Bhakti Yoga, you can go to temple and pray. In Jnana Yoga, you can read and understand. In Raja Yoga, you can meditate and find the truth within yourself. And in Karma Yoga, you can go out and do services to humanity and reach the divine. So, there are multiple choices of worship and individuals have tremendous amounts of freedom. Now, when you talk about Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha, it is telling us that what is your responsibility and how you are going to live your life, right? So dharma means that any action which you are doing, it should help to humanity. It should help in bringing social stability, coherence and integration in society. This is the dharma, this is the religion, this is the faith. In fact, this one particular faith is very complementary, similar to other religion. For example, in Islam it is also said that if you have served and do good to any humans, you have done good to entire humanity. And if you have done wrong to one human, that means you have done wrong to entire humanity. Now, whensoever we are reading these type of lines, you should correlate that it is just not the one philosophy which is talking about. You would find in Christian philosophy, you would find in Sikhism philosophy, in all the major religion or the philosophy, you would see that dharma means that you are helping to mankind. Now, what is Artha? Artha is the mechanism by which you are surviving. Now, when you are earning, it should be honest, it should it should not bring any sort of corruption. So your money, you can have a good amount of money, you can have wealth, but the way of achieving that wealth has to be right. Then you have a kama. Kama means to seek pleasures. So in Hinduism or the four Purusharthas, it's not saying that you should not have worldly pleasures. You must have biological, social, all cultural pleasures, but it should be in syncing with humanity. That means the right action. So while you are passing through these three Purusharthas, you are going to have moksha, salvation, right? So this is a very important concept in Indian philosophy. So we can always help this, right? Now we can see that in the same conversation we do have Francis, who had written another important work, right? So the Four Purusharthas, he had written this, and he had given a very important line, India, cradle of spirituality. He is also talking about the Four Purusharthas, right? So like Dharma, Artha, Moksha and Kama. So the path to happiness, success and meaningful life. Again, you can use these type of pointers in your essay. Okay, because every time we are getting some sort of question on these repeated themes like happiness, spirituality, right? So the right direction, humanity. So you can see it, and see, Medalist have written this book. Okay, so you should be knowing, if you will get a question in your prelims, who had written the Four Purusharthas, right? So the path to happiness, success and meaningful life, you should be knowing that this is Mr. Francis Medalist. Okay, so in this book he is explaining that why India can be the cradle of spirituality. Okay, so he had asked important question that what it means to be human. Okay, what is the meaning of life, and he had answered that Indian philosophy is answering these type of questions very well. So Buddhism came from the north of India to China and later to Japan. Now it is called the Zen culture, but the origin is India. We can say the same for meditation, yoga and so many things that are nowadays common all around the world. So the roots are here, India. Okay, India is not only an inspiration that comes from the past. Very beautiful line he has said. So that comes from the past, but it is an inspiration for the future too. Then he had explained the concept of happiness. Right. So in this article he was talking about that how he would define happiness. So he said that he would define happiness in two ways. So the first is simplicity, and this is so true. You would find the happier people would be the more simpler people in their thoughts, in their looks as well. So the happiest people we have met in our lives are very simple. Another one is purpose. When you discover your mission in life and have a feeling of being rich inside, that would give happiness, and this is the true happiness. So detachment is not only about giving up materialistic position, detachment also applies to your way of thinking. This is what you have to learn. Interdisciplinary approach. So the point which he is saying that detachment, humanity. You can apply Karl Marx, you can apply Swami Vivekananda quotes, you can apply Rabindranath Tagore. All philosopher is talking on this part only. You can refer René Descartes, I think therefore I am. Now, if you will see that largely all philosophical thought is talking about, you would find that these philosophies are talking about doing something good for humanity. So humanistic life is important. So the true happiness is not embodied in materialistic position, and it is not even wrong if you are finding happiness in finding some of the objects, but you should not be slave. You should not be slave of these commodities. Okay, so you must have control. For example, Swami Vivekananda have said that the biggest enemy of any humans can be its weakness. Weakness is like a sin and we have to reject. So this is something really integral. If you really want success in your life, you need to be free. Free not in terms of thinking that you do not have relation or you do not have goals. You need to be free in your thought process. You need to demonstrate really strong mind. You need to be brave enough. You need to be having control over your desires. At the same time, you should be completely humble and always in the service to humanity. So if you have these traits, then I would say that you would definitely reach to your goals, and it would help you to give you immense pleasure, and you would have success in life. Thank you.